No. Just park on the sidewalk. It'll be fine.
Oh, cars.
Hey, Dan.
Good evening, Los Santos. Dan Dorfman here with another Weazel News. The news you need to hear when you need to hear it. We're standing outside of Mission Row Police Station, awaiting the arrival of the City Council. Currently, there's a lot of the police officers from
Could you talk just a
the
little
police officers from the Blaine County Sheriff's Office, as well as the Los Santos Police Department, have all been gathered here on the steps. You can see quite a few of them, all carrying a variety of different types of things. It's not quite sure why they've been brought here into the city, but you can see the arrival of the City Council here to deliver the news. And let's go ahead and we're going to walk up there and listen in on what's going on. We're gonna let the City Council make the required announcements, and we'll be back to you with further comment after the event is concluded. So let's go ahead and move up and get a shot of the City Council now. Okay, this is a live breaking news event.
You are no longer receiving state funding. Your entire department is now hereby terminated.
What? I knew that was gonna happen.
Excuse me,
I
sir,
knew it was
sir.
gonna
It's all
happen.
your all's
What?
fault.
I didn't even get any paperwork or anything.
There's no
What are you
paperwork for
talking
this.
about?
You're just being shut down.
We've decided that your department is a waste of state money.
That's what I've
sorry to
been
hear about that,
saying
Sheriff.
this whole entire time.
Can I like object to this?
Oh no,
I guess you
because
better-
otherwise
I guess
how
you
are we
better pull
supposed to raise our own paychecks?
I guess you better
We're voting
pull
on that
rest
next
of
week.
the Sheriff.
Jesus Christ.
Wait. I mean, these are honestly hardworking cops. We can't just like close
We're
their
voting
door
on
them.
paychecks.
So,
next
wait
week.
a minute. I mean, I'm about to get married. I got a fiance. Does this mean I'm fucking out on the street?
Well, I mean,
Oh,
I
well-
hear the Lucky Pluckers hiring right now.
Oh, indeed. Fine establishment.
Okay, hold on. You guys are you guys being serious right now? You're gonna take away the BCSO and you expect him to go work at Lucky Plucker? He's the sheriff, for Christ's sake. What's
Well,
going
we
on?
expect him to work wherever he so chooses. That's up to him.
And-
Just not there.
In all,
Why is
all
there no
honesty,
more
who's going to be
funding?
policing up in the county? Yeah, what's
Right. Where's the funding gone?
This doesn't make any sense. This makes
We've done
no
our
sense.
job. We've assisted the
Oh,
BCSO.
we'll
Why?
get to the finer details.
Well, that gets us
in
to
a
a
moment.
second point.
Indeed.
What's the second point?
The second point. LSPD is also hereby terminated and no longer receiving funding.
Hold on.
What?
This is all
Knew
your
it.
fault. This is
Hold
you
on.
didn't crash all those
No.
fucking helicopters, kangaroos, and zebras. We wouldn't be in this fucking
Anders,
place.
shut up and let them talk. Explain. What's going on?
That's right there. Looks
Oh,
like you're
well,
working
we
at
stopped
Fluffy
by the other
dude.
day.
This many cops.
Dazzler!
Dazzler. He just got out of
Oh my,
surgery.
oh
Dazzler.
my God! Somebody needs to take care of Captain Dazzler.
Dazzler!
All right, let him.
Dazzler.
Fuck, the doors are... You're okay, Dazzler. Breathe, baby, breathe.
Don't worry, brother.
Hey,
Well, like I said earlier,
Unzip his
Dazzler, come on, buddy.
take his clothes off, man.
Bosco?
Somebody fan him. Somebody fan him.
Bayo's probably got a fan on his little keychain there. Bayo, get that fan. Where's Gary Walters? Gary Walters had a fan.
This can't be real.
I'm okay. I just need some air. Just let me sit up.
Everybody back up. Everybody back up. Give him some space.
All right.
This is the City Council. City Council making announcements of the closings of the BCSO and
What is
the Los Santos Police
What do you guys
Department.
expect us to do right now?
what is the meaning of who's gonna police this entire city and the county?
oh, well, let me check my notes here. Let's see. Last week we stopped by and spoke to a Officer McReady, I believe it was. We informed him.
Sir,
Oh.
he's a new officer. Whatever he said, I take full responsibility.
All I did was take some
We
notes.
can handle that.
We can
Well,
take care of it.
McCready, you've done enough to get us shut down. Shut up.
No, you see what
I didn't do
happened
anything.
was the three major things that are determining this besides raising our own paychecks, is there are no wheelchair access ramps to your detention facility, and we will not be providing funding for such thing because of that.
I mean,
as well
we can
as
carry
your
handicapped people
keyboards.
in. We're strong.
May I finish, ex-chief Andrews?
You're gonna be okay,
Oh,
Dad.
damn it. Yes, yes, sir. Go ahead.
Now you know how it feels. Now you know how it
Stand on
feels.
your feet. Lightheaded. Yeah,
Fuck
yeah,
you,
can
Mason.
stand
It's
me
not
up.
the
Well
time
then.
right now.
Lightheaded.
Your keyboards are absolutely filthy. Your evidence locker is in complete disarray.
Like-
We're paying the electrical
Oh,
bill
man.
for this
Just take it
building,
easy, all right?
and what are we getting in return? Not much.
Police
That's
fine.
what
Forget
the
about the
answer
ball
is.
chain.
Police. I mean,
We are
we're
hard
Might
not
I
really
also
here.
add a note
sir.
onto that, Council
We are
Chairperson? May I have a
Sir,
moment?
sir, just listen real quick. I mean, our office is our vehicles that we ran out of because Mason crashes them all. But, you know, that is our office. We were out on the
That's
street
not even true.
100% of the day. Yes, it is.
Bayo is called 1050 Bayo for a
If
reason.
I may here regarding that exact note, in your past 12
Oh,
months
go
of
ahead.
expense report, your financing for vehicle repairs has gone up 1,200%. Looking at that, we might even call it embezzlement.
I think you,
Fucking
you look
sir.
at
Mason!
the decibels.
Sir,
are
Why
wrong,
is that
sir.
my
That's
fault?
120,000%.
That helicopter put it over the edge, dude.
120,000%. Seems I forgot to carry a few zeros.
There was a fucking draft,
Listen.
all right? I
It
apologize.
was a fucking multi-million-dollar helicopter. A draft? A draft, really?
All right, hey guys, what if we do like a PD car wash and like do like a fundraiser?
Yeah, car
They
washes,
bring the
you
sheriff's
know,
office and all that back.
donate our hair.
Yeah, it'd be great. We could
donate
put
cans.
Clark and
Donate your
Benson
hair.
and Andrews, like, you know, bikini car wash, you know?
All right, everybody. All right, let's put our serious faces on. We got to figure out what we're gonna do.
Yeah,
I thought
City
we were.
council.
Oh, well,
Car wash.
I haven't even
What-
gotten to the most serious of all the allegations that are determining
Oh, God.
this. In your
What more?
lobby, the ball chain pens you have attached to your lobby have precisely
Oh my God.
28 balls on them. They are 41 short of regulation.
So we're
You
being
are
shut down.
discriminating against short people.
41
Ex-
ball. Okay. I will go
Ex-Officer
to.
Andrews.
I will go to the Staples. I will get extra balls. Hell, I'll take Bayo's balls. I mean, I'm sorry, he got shot off.
they got
I'll collect balls. I will collect balls, and we will make that work. We can fix this all right now.
What kind? Wait,
You
wait,
don't have
wait.
to shut us down.
Can you guys send this in an email?
Hey, is
instead
this serious? Because this all seems like a fucking joke to me.
of- I
Yeah.
Are we getting
Bayo,
pranked
calm your
right now?
tits.
I don't
Oh, no,
understand
this
what
is-
part
this
of
is
state
100%
funds
serious.
being misused is a joke.
Can I see these?
Who
Can I see
are
these?
you?
Can I see these figures?
But nobody.
Okay. But nobody.
No, these figures are private records. Anyways, though, do we have any other allegations or access issues that have been popping up in our files here, other council members? Maybe the director
I mean,
of transport would care to elaborate about the issue of your transportation methods.
Yes, we've had multiple reports of speeding in excess of 100 miles in the city. That is quite
Costco?
excessive.
Yeah, that is.
That's
Always
a
on
real
time.
American hero.
Can we ask who you guys who exactly you guys are?
Yeah, we
Oh,
haven't
I'm
seen any
city
kind of
council
ID,
chair.
any sort of identification, nothing like that. Just people
And then
in
he
suits
wonders
show
why
up.
his department's being shut down.
What is
Yeah,
that
these are-
supposed to
these
mean,
are
sir?
city
I
council.
mean, is that a direct shot
I
at me?
apologize, gentlemen. We're just
If you have an
we're just
issue with
super
me, you can come
protective
and
of our
talk to me about
position.
it, sir.
We've been doing this for so long. These men and women have been doing fine police work. I mean, I know you're judging us by the shape that our police department is in, but ask any citizen in Los Santos. We're good officers.
Actually,
great
we
people.
did. In fact, I took a survey of the entire city, or at least whichever ones would participate. 24% of individuals in this city do not feel safe.
I mean, did
That's
you
pretty
ask like
good.
just the Securo safe?
No, we ask whoever
Oh.
would participate, which includes other individuals as well.
I mean, how many people was that? I mean, if you're asking like a convicted,
324.
okay, that's a lot of people. But I mean, this city has fucking thousands of people.
Hundreds of thousands.
Millions, sir. Millions, sir.
And only
Exactly.
24%.
You can't
Due to
expect
budget
everybody
cuts,
to
we can't
participate.
conduct big surveys.
And how much of that 24% do you think are criminals?
Less than 1%.
Actually, we had a checkbox. If you're a felon, check here. 2% of the people who voted were criminals.
Why does this guy sound like
you-
he's on a fucking game show? Could you give that to me in like layman terms? Like, what exactly does that mean? You went out and asked every
alright,
single
alright.
person in the city if they have a
So-
conviction?
The real question is, who's gonna be doing the policing if it's not us?
No, the state police, of course.
What?
Great. So you're outsourcing the police to come in here, and we're all out of jobs.
Well, first we thought about outsourcing to Pakistan, but just too expensive to fly all them over here.
Indeed. And how are we supposed to raise our own paychecks if we have to pay for thousands of flights?
Listen,
Fair
sir.
point, Council Chair.
Listen, we can police. We know how to police the city. Please don't do this to us. Please. I mean,
Clearly
these
have
guys
blood,
got
sweat, and tears in the
houses. They
streets.
got families to feed. Got mortgages to pay. Like, come on.
City council members, do you mind if I have a quick word with all of you? I believe I've actually run into an issue in our processing here.
Absolutely, sir.
We cut the state police last year.
But as you can
That's right.
How do you think I bought
as you
that
can
yacht?
tell,
Be all right,
the
guys.
members
We'll
of
be
the Blaine County Sheriff's
fine. Don't
Office and Los Santos Police Department naturally quite upset at the shocking news. The citizens are left naturally wondering who's going to look out for them. These men and women behind me, they've worked very, very hard over the last several months, ever since the Depression has hit the town for sure. Calamities, even the big issue and shootout yesterday out here in front of Mission Row, which is still under investigation. The police are under a constant assault, constant attack, and one has to wonder whether or not the city council is making the right decisions here in the direction that they're going. We're gonna get right back to the announcements.
Look, we are good at what we do. 100%. We live, eat, and sweat police work. Please don't take this away from us.
Mr. Councilman, perhaps you'll take a question from the press.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
Anything
sure.
for the press.
Wait, what?
You know, these men and women here, they've been out on the streets, putting their blood, sweat, tears, guts out there, trying to defend the citizens of Los Santos. And while I know that budget's kind of tight, and we have a lot of constraints in the city in the wake of the Depression, wouldn't you agree that these fine men and women are some of the best, and they know this city very well? Wouldn't you agree that they're probably some of the best to be able to handle and advise the state troopers on the criminal elements of this city?
Well, see, the issue we ran into was last year we cut the state trooper program, so don't actually have any officers enrolled in the state trooper program. Only there are a bunch of officers out of work standing behind me.
Sir, that's it. I have an idea.
Oh,
Yes, what's your idea?
So, my idea to find us police who are looking for jobs is to outsource to China. We could pay them pennies on the dollar.
Fucking gross.
I'm down with that idea.
I'm out of here.
We will save millions.
Get back to the
Listen,
vanilla and me.
Hold on. I understand
Wait, are we
that you
going to
guys
China?
have a nice mansion to
look,
take care of, and
well,
you're trying
can we-
to
can
save your own
we-
jobs. But You have to
Gentlemen,
understand,
can
look
we?
how many people are
Can
here
you enroll
that have
us into
families.
the state trooper program, please? We can do it.
That's absurd.
Why is that absurd? We know how to police.
I have an
We know
idea.
these streets better than anybody else.
I have an idea. Is the press still?
Yeah, we're
rolling?
You're
Am
still
I
on the air,
still
Mr. Councilman. Still on the air, sir.
Well, as city council chair, I have decided that we will hire all of the officers that were recently fired from BCSO and LSPD to enroll into the state trooper program.
Excellent, and
Hell yeah!
What an excellent
I think
idea.
that's I think
Fantastic
that's an
idea,
excellent
sir.
idea,
That's
Mr. Councilman. There's no one in this city that knows the criminal elements of this city better than the men and women standing here. They know this city like the back of their hand.
Thank you, Dan.
Indeed. I thought of that
Appreciate
idea
that.
all by myself, and then on top of it all, I'd like to announce my candidacy for mayor in 2018.
There you
Vote
go.
Bear.
Wait, Bear, Mr. Bear, Mr. Bear.
Yeah,
Can I ask you
Mr.
something?
Bear.
Very good, council
So-
chair.
What's the rank structure gonna look like? Who do you want in charge?
Oh, well, I'm sure you could all figure it out. I don't get paid to ponder such things. But what I do get paid to do is unlock doors.
Okay, yeah.
Excuse me.
So we got Mr. Rowe back. All right, that's a good start.
So councilman and janitor, right off.
Okay.
Bosco, shut up.
So, what's? All right, everybody. Whenever the council leaves, let's have a meeting in here.
As you can see, the councilman is now unlocking the doors to Mission Row PD, and now a facility under the guise of the state troopers, all of which have been hired here. All the LSPD, Blaine County
Who's that?
Sheriff's Office employees have all been hired as members of the state troopers.
I mean, where's our
Can we go
uniform?
in, or- yeah, what do you want us to do from here? And is it first dibs on offices? Mine's a big one.
Nope. Get the fuck out of my office.
Out of my way. Get the hell out of my way.
Hey.
Remember,
God bless
Why are
this
we all
beautiful
running?
Don't fit.
country that we have.
It's not our problem.
God
And Councilman,
Another fine day of capitalism.
Well done, council
Indeed.
chair. And might I say,
Oh,
how
well
great
done,
it is
well
to hear
done.
you will be running for mayor.
I'm very proud.
No. I intend to
Councilman Bear, if you wouldn't mind
I'm sure you
answering a
will
few
win
more
the vote.
questions. Yeah,
No,
now
of
that
course.
you've folded in the Blaine County Sheriff's Office and the LSPD into the state troopers, how do you anticipate the controlling the budget? I mean, the budget still seems to be like it's going to be a problem unless you're getting unless you've managed to secure some additional funding from the state.
Oh, well, you see, the state trooper program was ended, but they were still receiving paychecks. Yeah, even though there was no one actually to collect said paychecks. So those checks, are just out in the ether now. So what I presume is we'll just use all that funding from over this past year to see how these newly enlisted officers do. Perhaps you would like to speak to some of the officers yourself.
Indeed I shall, Councilman. And what would be your platform as we continue to roll forward here into 2018 towards the election as you go to run for city mayor? I mean,
fiscally conservative, and
great.
that's about it. It's all about the
excellent.
Benjamins.
So perhaps in the future I can contact your office and we can maybe sit down a little as you get your campaign organized and be able to cover that for you.
Oh, indeed, of course.
Good.
Anyways, though, I'm a little disappointed in the council members. They didn't enjoy my pun, apparently. It's
I
all
enjoyed
about
it
the
very
Benjamins.
much, sir. I didn't want to
I
take
caught
away
it
from your
indeed.
interview.
Chief,
Very well executed, sir.
perhaps I could do an interview here with Chief Andrews.
Appreciate the.
Do you have a few moments here,
course,
Chief
of
Andrews? Yeah, I'm here with Chief Andrews, former chief of the LSPD, and Chief Andrews, you're looking pretty sharp in that new state trooper uniform. Wanted to get your comment on the events of the day, the announcement by the city council.
I was a little worried we'd all be out of a job, but just worried for my troops back here. I don't want them to not be able to fend for their families and themselves and whatnot. So I'm glad we're all okay. That's all that counts, and that we can still provide the citizens of Los Santos the policing they deserve.
And now you've got these sharp new. How will you go about deciding, who's going to be the head of the state troopers and the organizational structure here within the area of Blaine County?
I guess we can all take a vote and see who would like to do it, or if these guys would have me, I'd
all those in favor of
willingly do
Andrews
it.
running the SASP, hands up.
Look at that! It's the Chief. I'd say that I'd say you've got quite a vote of confidence there, Chief. Oh, there you go. Breaking news. Now, is it would the rank still be chief? I'm not familiar with the rank structure of the state troopers now.
If I remember correctly, it goes director, assistant director, and then your basic captain, lieutenant, sergeant, senior trooper, and trooper.
Well, we've got some other positions, I think, to fill now. How will you, as the new director of the state troopers here in Los Santos, how will you and what measures will you take to ensure that we still operate within a good and safe budget? I mean, we've had a lot of equipment be damaged and destroyed of late, and as well as I do, there's something brewing under the heart of this city that just feels like it's on a powder keg about to explode. I wonder what kind of measures you can take to make sure we're protecting the equipment as well as the lives of these fine men and women standing behind you.
Well, we're all going to receive EVOC training, that's emergency vehicle operations training, and we're going to hold each other accountable for our driving and flying. And yeah.
I expect we're going to see some good things come out of this. I think that the city council has been wise to bring the fine men and women of Blaine County and the LSPD together in this. You guys work so closely together as an organization. It seems like having this merged operation is going to be a real benefit to the citizens here in the city of Los Santos.
Of course, that's all that matters is the citizens get the policing they deserve.
Excellent. Is the sheriff here? Sheriff, former sheriff, can I get a statement from you as well? Thank you, Director. And I wanted to get a statement from you as well on how the your feelings on the events of the day, the announcement of the city council.
Well, I'm just gonna say it was a bit of a surprise, but based off of the decision that the council made prior to being in contact with any of the command members, and us not having knowledge, I am gonna say that was pretty disrespectful on the part of the city. However, I understand why I understand the reasoning, and I understand what occurred, but. Yeah, hopefully we can just move forward and continue to do what we do and continue to protect the people within Blaine County and down in the city.
Now you guys have been out here fighting crime on the front lines for a long period of time, and most particularly since the Depression hit the city. Is there any kind of equipment or positions that you guys need to get filled that the city council, we need to hold them accountable to make sure they address? I mean, it looks like they've taken a step to bring the budget in line, to merge the departments. That's going to help out.
Excuse me, miss. I need to check my.
But what else can we?
Can I borrow your cell
What
phone?
else can we? Request of them to help you guys combat the criminal elements in this city?
Well, as long as we get the funding that's needed to maintain the tools and the law enforcement officers that we have, as well as continue to provide funding for future troopers at this point in time, we should be okay. They are going to have to look into possibly adding additional funding to creating specialty departments within the state troopers to make sure that we have the proper coverage that we need, such as investigations, etc. So, as long as they're willing to provide the funding to the department, hopefully everything will work out. That's all I
Great.
can say.
Good. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate your statement on this. Is the Director of Transportation available, please?
Yeah, so what do you need?
Looking forward to, as we look forward with the budget, do you think that we're going to be able to secure a few more air assets for the state troopers here? There's a lot of snatch and grabs, a lot of different types of high-speed chases. I feel like air assets could be of great benefit to the state troopers as they attempt to corral and wrangle some of the darker elements here within the city. Is that something your department's looking into?
That is a very complex question, and I will give a complex answer. No.
All right. So we have that. All right.
Well,
Stephen, we're going to go back to you in the studio. There's been quite a bit of a news event here. We're going to continue to work with the other officers to get a variety of different statements, and we'll follow up with an update to this story as soon as we get a few more reactions from them and the council members. This is Dan Dorfman with Weazel News, the news you need to hear, Los Santos, when you need to hear it. Stephen, we're going back to you in the studio.
And let's get a round of applause for Councilman Barr.